Congratulations to the parents of the abducted girls in Kebbi State. 24 of them have been released, and whenever there's this release, who comes to tell us? It's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu by himself that will come and tell us. And he begs one question again. The question that we asked the last time that they said the Quora people were released, that how were these people released? Because we're not hearing that any bandit was arrested. We did not hear of any arrest. We did not hear of any gunfight. We did not hear about the security people, whether anybody was actually caught. And we are still asking, if these people were actually freed, how were they freed? How were they rescued? And a video is circulating online. The bandits, obviously, because all those guys are on social media, they released a video. And before we look at the video, I'd like to read out the tweet President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did, because he's the one who will always come out to tell us that this have happened, even though President Bola Ahmed Tinubu tweeted, and I read, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, all the schoolgirls abducted in Kebbi State have been safely rescued. I must commend our security forces for their swift response and the parents and community for their strength during this period. In response to the recent kidnappings and acts of terrorism, I have ordered a full security cordon over the forest in Kwara State. The Air Force is to maintain continuous surveillance over the most remote areas, synchronizing operations with ground units to effectively identify, isolate, disrupt, and neutralize all hostile elements. This directive also extends to Kebbi and Niger axis. Communities are encouraged to report any unusual movements to support ongoing operations as we move decisively to secure every affected area. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President and Commander in Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, obviously. And this is funny. If I look at this tweet, he said that this directive is also to extend to Kebbi and Niger axis. So, is Kebbi, Niger, and Kwara State are the only states that are in Nigeria? Does it have to happen in a state before the state is to be secured? Does it have to happen in Lagos before you talk about Lagos being secured? I don't think mentioning those states, yeah, maybe he's saying that because these are states that have been affected, but everywhere is Nigeria is large. It's beyond the three states that are affected. Besides, there are other states that are affected that did not even make it to the news. So, and you're coming to tell us that they have been rescued. So now let's look at the video to be sure whether they were actually rescued or it was something.
To an ba ku kulawa? To insha Allah kun je ga za a maishe ku lafiya akan uwayen ku ku koma lafiya. Kuna lafiya ku. Akwai wadda an kawo magana banza daga cikin ku. Duka cikin lami lafiya ko? To insha Allah ga mu dai insha Allah mu din ne ne insha Allah. Ba she ku ta kan sulhu a zama lafiya. Ku koma lafiya.
Oh boy, una dey see RPG.
Jirgi nawa to
Weapons.
kun san iyaka? Insha Allah kun daga gwamnati ta kasa an saka ko? A zalama an ka zo za a amshe ku akan ta magana da
So that is the video. So after seeing the video now, can we say they were rescued or not? Well, they spoke Hausa in the video, and I don't understand Hausa so much. I understand a bit of Hausa, but from the news circulating and what people that really understand Hausa are saying is that they were actually asking the children, how many helicopters did you see flying around here since you've been here? They said uncountable. And the kidnappers, the bandits are further saying that there was no rescue, that there was a negotiation. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu told us rescue. The bandits are saying negotiation is either a ransom was paid or something equivalent to the ransom they are demanding was paid. Because 25 girls were abducted, right? Only 24 were found. I will not say only, that's a lot of number. That's like 99%. One was missing. They say she escaped. Well, you see that escape. I won't say anything about that. But when they say escape, I hope that girl is found, because her chances of being found, we know, is very little. And of course, whatever negotiation was done, or whatever was given to them, they will calculate that girl's equivalence into it, which begs the question again: what is really happening to our security forces? Because I believe they released that video because they've seen his tweet saying that they were rescued, and then they don't want him to take the glory. Rescue how? How? Like how? Did you arrest anybody? Was there any gunfight? Was there anything? How did you just rescue 24 people exchanging fire? Kpa, 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 and then them to release their own to counteract? And in his tweet, he said communities should report, blah, 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 blah. The governor of Kebbi State kept asking. This is to say they were going to come. Security personnel were deployed there, and they were pulled out just before the operation. Who pulled them out? He asked that question. Nobody have answered. But yeah, they are saying community should report. What good is the report of the community if security personnel are going to be pulled out just when the attack is about happening? Is another question that the security personnel need to answer. I mean, all of this is beginning to look like a drama. It's beginning to look like a charade, and it's beginning to look normal in Nigeria. Now, every day we wake up, we hope to hear something new, and it's not positive. Like when they say wonder shall never end or wonder shall never cease, is it a crime for that one that never ceases in Nigeria to be positive? Does it always have to be negative news? Does it have to be banditry? Does it have to be kidnappings? Does it have to be land grabbing? Does it have to be chasing people out of their ethnic backgrounds, out of their ancestral homes? I can tell you there's been a lot of towns that have been deserted, a lot of villages that have been deserted due to this insecurity issue. And what does our government do? Go to still negotiate with the same people. God help us all in Nigeria. God help us all, because as it stands, nowhere is safe. Nowhere. If you have anything you can protect yourself, we protect yourself. They have clearly told us we are on our own. That we are on our own. You don't get anything we want to do. Just do what you can for yourself. But if you're looking towards the government, we're on our own. No.